So for me, what the work I do doesn't define me. I am a human being first. I'm a woman second. And, you know, I have a list of priorities as to how I see myself. But if I'm a career woman first, then I've got something mixed up.
Okay. And what's your advice to men when approaching career women? Because most of them say, oh, you know, and generally today, every woman is a career woman.
Yes.
You know, for the most part, most women, in whatever it is they're doing, they're going out there, they're finding work, they're working long hours. What's your advice to men looking at women who are working?
You know, I've spoken to several men about this, and it's very interesting, the feedback I get. I have men saying to me that they can't find good women. And I'm going like, what? You know, you walk around Nairobi and we've got beautiful women in this city, in this country, amazing women. And I said, what do you mean you can't find good women? Say, to find a reliable, trustworthy, open,
Humble.
honest, humble woman ain't easy, because us women have got this extra head or chip somewhere. So I would say to men that they may also want to participate, because they have to participate in making women understand how that's not attractive to them. Because that's what they say, it's not attractive at all. And it doesn't help create relationships. That's why we have this big gap between relationships now. People don't have long relationships. They have short relationships. Divorces are rampant. You know, all this is happening because of this attitude thing that's going on. I'm better than you.
Yeah.
We're not competing with men, and men don't have to compete with us. We're two different species. What we need to really learn is to live together in harmony, because we can't live without each other.
No, certainly.
Fact is.
Yes.
End of the story.
Are women always insecure? And how can men deal with women's insecurities? Because, you know, she always says, oh, she's, you know, she doesn't trust me every time I'm away. So who are you with? And how do we deal with women's insecurities?
Okay. Women have to work on their levels of self-confidence and self-esteem. This generally, I don't like to talk about the past as much, but it is part of our past that we grew up seeing our fathers, and I hope you dads are all listening, our grandfathers, and I hope that all of you are listening, and our brothers and our cousins, all doing that stuff, going out with other women, leaving their wives at home. We've seen it. It's part of our culture that has to stop now. Okay? So because we grow up with this, that gives us a level of insecurity, which drops our now, doesn't help our self-esteem, doesn't help our self-confidence. That's only a portion, okay? But then there's a lot of things that we do to ourselves because we think we're not good enough. And so we're constantly having this internal conflict and battles going on. You know, you see someone else, you only see all the good stuff about this other woman. You don't see the good stuff about yourself. So if you're constantly going to be comparing yourself to another woman, which is a waste of time, a complete waste of time, because two women are two individuals that are different,
It will
right?
never be the same.
No. So if you think that her body is nicer than yours, or her face is nicer than yours, because that's generally, it's the physical that kind of makes a woman insecure, you're working from a very shallow point. Because a woman consists of the physical, which takes up only a very tiny percentage. If you ask a guy what he really sees in a woman, he's going to say he sees her inner beauty, he sees how she operates from the inside, how kind she is, how generous, how caring, how thoughtful. Okay, those are the things that actually get men more. Yes, they also look at the exterior, and then all that.
Right.
So we have to start building on our self-esteem and self-confidence. Nobody can help us do that. So as individuals, we need to start going back, and that's the work I do right across the board, and that's the work I talk about, is that we have to start this process of self-inquiry and say, all right, if I am insecure, what do I need to do to get over that? Okay, not where did the insecurity come from, because you will never get to finding resolution.
Yes.
Don't get stuck in where did the insecurity come from. Do what it takes to make yourself understand that you are unique, that you know you are great, that you are all you will ever be.
There's no one ever going to be like you.
No.
You are who you are. Okay. All right, let's take a phone call. Hello, good morning.
Okay, good morning.
Hello?
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Okay, I was asking this.
We still can't seem to hear you. So let's move on. Okay. Women need to work on their insecurities. I'm informed we've got another call. Hello?
Yeah, I'm George Manyala. George
Yes.
Uma Manyala.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I have a problem maybe sometimes. But I would like to get a help from you.
Okay, go ahead.
You know, sometimes when I'm talking with a lady, yeah?
Yes, go on, we can hear you.
Yeah, my reaction is coming fast. Now, I don't know why, if I see a lady who is attractive to me, I'm feeling very bad easily. Now, I don't know if, am I wrong? Yeah.
Okay, all right. All right, we'll try and help you out with that one. Let's take another call. Hello?
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I am fine, thank you.
Okay, all right. I think we seem to be having a problem with our sound. I'm sorry, madam, we cannot hear you, but instead of us straining, we will sort that out and we will take calls in just a moment. We're talking about insecurities, Taz, and okay, women need to work on that. But what is it that men need to understand just so that they don't feed those insecurities a lot more?
I think they really have to change their communication with women on the basis that they need to start really understanding that a little bit of encouragement for women, a little bit of encouragement for women gives them a completely different attitude for themselves. So women need more encouragement. Women need encouragement, period. Okay, because that's how we're wired. We need someone to say nice things to us. Yeah, that is a fact. All women, I haven't met a single woman that doesn't want to hear.
You're beautiful, you're nice, you're
just
kind.
Something, yes.
Okay.
So men need to do more of that, but they need to mean it. They don't need to say it mechanically. The other thing men need to do is also express a little bit more how they feel. And that will kind of change the way women see them. Express and also say clearly, because even sometimes men have issues communicating. I mean,
yes,
humanity in general
all have issues.
Communication issues.
Yes.
But once men start to really express and say things so that the woman feels that there is no need for insecurity, that, you know, that person is special to them. We have no guarantees in life. I mean, you know, people get married and they're in love and it's crazy and it's amazing and then poof, it's gone.
Yeah.
But that's life. There's nothing we can do about it. But within the process that you're in a relationship, the men basically need to encourage the woman, pay her compliments, genuine compliments, and make her feel that she is the sunshine in his eyes.
Okay. All right. That's important.
Yeah.
Because a lot of men just assume, well, you know, I married you, didn't I? I mean,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Isn't that
together, aren't
proof?
we? Yeah. You know, we have children together. That's fantastic. You know, what more do you want?
Yeah.
It reminds me, we posted this question on Facebook, got a comment from Kenneth Kamau who said, a woman craves affection, that affection is central to a woman's relationship with a man. Without affection, she feels distant, disconnected, and eventually totally alienated from her mate. True? Do you agree?
I would tend to, yes, I would agree with that to a great degree. Okay. I think not totally alienated, I wouldn't take it that far. However, I think attention is very important, regardless of how strong, how interdependent I am, for example. I enjoy attention, and why not? Why not? I think it's a right for every human being. And this is why we go back to relationships and nurturing. Every person I have a genuine relationship with, because I don't believe in relationships that are halfway. So my relationships are everything or nothing. And I cancel people out easily. I don't have an issue with that. Because if it ain't working, it ain't working. I'm not going to do a halfway job. I make sure I nurture, and then I want some nurturing back as well. So this is very important. Nurturing in any relationship, especially between a man and a woman, is so important.
Yeah, true. Are women attracted to men for their money, for their looks? What is it that women look for in a man? A lot of times I think women might not go for the best looking guy and everybody just doesn't get it. And like, you're so beautiful and you're so, and you married him? And
Shame.
Really?
Poor guy.
That's the best you could do? And people perhaps don't get it, and maybe men don't get it when they make, they walk up to a woman and say hi, and he thinks, well, I think I've got everything that you may want. And she's like, no. What is it that women are attracted to in men?
That's not an easy question to respond to, because it varies so much. It varies so much. And I think the fact that we live in a really materialistic, capitalistic world now, money has become one of the baits. And if a woman is looking for a man because of his money, she's going to be sorely disappointed down the road. She will be. So I think you really have to look at qualities. You have to look at the qualities a man has, and vice versa, qualities a woman has.
Yeah.
If a woman's going to snap at the guard and the waiter, you don't want to be with a woman like that, because she's going to snap at you at some point.
Yes.
Right? If a woman's kind to people, if a woman's honest, honesty for me is one of the biggest pluses. Honesty, kind, clear on her communication. Yes or no. I like it. I don't like it. I don't think that a woman needs to be put down because she is clear about something she doesn't like. It's better to be clear about it. So if a woman is honest, if a woman says what she really feels, those are the things that a man needs to look at. What qualities, and vice versa. What are the qualities that a man has? What is his value system?
So it's not always about the money.
It's not ever about the money. If it is about the money, I guarantee there'll be disappointment down the road, because it'll not work. Everything else, like the varnish, wears off.
Yes.
Yeah, and then you get to the real wood, and it doesn't look like it did
when it had the varnish on.
We need to chuck this table out. Ain't working for us
Yes.
anymore. So, yes, it's very, very important that we look at the qualities, the value system the person follows. We really have to start getting back to being human. We need to start getting back to humanity. We've really let materialism, money, even the physical, all the billboards.
Yeah.
And the marketing, and the certain size you have to be, and the certain color, and the certain shape. You've got, darker women trying to be white, and whiter women trying to perm their hair to have curly hair. There's such a lot of confusion.
Yes.
We just need to let ourselves be who we are.
Right. Is it true that a woman will be most attracted to the man she feels secure with? That sometimes women are looking for father figures. He was just like my dad, if you had a wonderful relationship with him. Or if you didn't have a wonderful relationship with him, you're looking for a man to sort of fill that gap. Is it true that security is one of the most important things, and that women are dating men who are like their fathers, or what they want their fathers to be?
There is an element of that from what I've understood, that women are constantly trying to fill up the gaps. Well, instead of filling up the gaps, because you cannot replace your father, or you cannot get someone to emulate your father, and there will never be, even if he's got two qualities like your father, the rest he doesn't have, you're going to be sorely disappointed again, right? So we've got to start looking at an individual for who they are, not because we're trying to look for replacement figures.
Yeah.
We really need to grow up on all this stuff, yeah? And be realistic.
I agree.